All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to lace up our skates and break down one of the fastest, most exciting team sports anywhere in the world. So, right off the bat, I've got a little quiz for you. Take a look at this classic gear, the sticks, the skates, the net. Any idea what sport we're diving into? If you said ice hockey, you are absolutely right. We are going to break down everything, and I mean everything you need to know to get a handle on this incredible game, from the way the rink is laid out to the rules that keep all that action in check. At its core, the objective of hockey is beautifully simple. You've got two teams out there on the ice, and they're each trying to use their sticks to shoot that little hard rubber disc, yeah, the puck, into the other team's net. Simple as that. But how they do it? Oh, that's where things get really, really interesting.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll look at the anatomy of the rink itself. Then we'll meet the players in the team lineup. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how the game is played. And finally, we'll cover what happens when you break the rules.
Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the playing surface. A hockey rink isn't just a big old sheet of ice. It's more like a strategic map, and every single line painted on it means something. A standard rink is huge. We're talking 200 feet long by 85 feet wide. But what you really need to pay attention to are those painted lines. The red and blue ones, they slice the ice into 3 different zones. And these zones are absolutely crucial for understanding the game's flow and strategy. So zone number 1 is the defending zone. This is a team's home base, you could say. It's the whole area behind their own blue line all the way back to their goal. And just like the name says, this is where they're focused on playing defense and protecting their net. Then, that big area in the middle, right between the 2 blue lines, is called the neutral zone. This is the main battleground. It's where both teams are constantly fighting for control of the puck to set up their next move. Winning the neutral zone often means winning the game. And once a team carries the puck across the other team's blue line, they are officially in the attacking zone. This is their turf now. This is where they try to score. But there's a really important rule here called offside. Basically, you can't have a player cross that blue line before the puck does. It creates this whole game of timing and strategy for how you bring the puck into the zone. And last but not least, you see that little blue semicircle right in front of the goal? That's called the crease. You can think of it as the goalie's personal space, their office. It's a protected area, and attacking players need to be super careful about what they do in there. So we've got the battlefield mapped out, but who's actually out there playing? Let's meet the players that make up a hockey team. At any one time when the game is being played normally, each team has exactly 6 players out on the ice, and every single one of them has a very specific job to do. Those 6 players are broken down into 3 main roles. You've got your 3 forwards. Their main job is to push forward, attack, and score goals. Then you have 2 defensemen who hang back a bit to stop the other team from scoring. And of course, you have the one and only goaltender, the last line of defense. All right, we've got the rink, we've got the players. So how does it all work? Let's dive into the basic rules that make this game flow. This is probably the most basic, most fundamental question in all of hockey. A player's got the puck. What are they allowed to do with it? Well, for the most part, players use their stick to either pass the puck to a teammate or skate with it themselves. They can also legally use their body to redirect it, say off their chest or even their skate. But there are some big no-nos. You can't kick the puck into the net to score a goal, and you can't throw it forward to a teammate with your hand. Now, we all know hockey is a physical sport, and that brings us to one of its most famous, or infamous, moves, the body check. So what is that really? A body check is actually a totally legal defensive move. It's when a player uses their body to physically push an opponent who has the puck up against the boards around the rink. The point isn't to hurt them. The goal is to stop their forward progress and, most importantly, knock the puck away from them. Now, whenever the referee blows the whistle and stops play, the game restarts with a face-off. And one of the common reasons for a stoppage is a rule called icing. This happens when a team on defense just kind of panics and flings the puck from their own side of the ice all the way down past the other team's goal. It's an illegal way to clear the puck, and the punishment is that the face-off comes right back into their own defensive zone. Of course, in a game this fast and physical, people are gonna break the rules. It just happens. So let's look at what happens when a player commits an infraction. When a player breaks a rule, like, say, tripping an opponent with their stick, which is called tripping, or using their stick to slow someone down, called hooking, the ref's arm goes up and they're assessed a penalty. And that has a real immediate impact on their team. Penalties are all timed.
Most of the minor ones will get you a 2-minute penalty, but the more serious stuff can be 5 minutes or even longer.
So where does the player go? They're sent off the ice to go sit in the penalty box for the whole time. And this is the real kicker. Their team now has to play with one less player on the ice. They're shorthanded. This gives the other team a massive advantage, a golden opportunity called a power play. And there you have it, the fundamentals of hockey. We've covered the rink, the players, and the rules. So that just leaves one last thing to think about. When you combine everything, the skating, the puck skills, the physicality, the teamwork, what do you think is the single most important skill a great hockey player needs to have? It's something to chew on the next time you're watching a game.